Hi guys, welcome to Becky Tarot. Okay, today's video is called An Eye for an Eye. So, what does the meaning saying an eye for an eye mean? Basically, revenge. That's basically it in a nutshell. Someone stabbed you in your back, so you're gonna stab them in the back. It's an eye for an eye. Someone cut your eye open, so you're gonna cut their eye open, if you like. Why this is never going to work and no one's going to gain from this. First of all, always goes back to people are running off pain. So if someone hurts you, it can be a number of things. They are running off their own pain, so they have fear and they hurt you in projecting their fear over to you. So they've hurt you in that process. Or, that you signed up for a lesson between you. There's a soul contract between you and that person and you signed up for that lesson. They had to hurt you. Yes. So, someone hurts you in whatever format, and you want revenge. If you're in the energy of revenge, it means you are in lower vibration. Okay? Now, everybody's been there, everybody goes there. It's about grounding yourself and knowing that you're in lower vibration and being able to pull yourself straight back up and out. When you're in a lower vibration, you are angry, things go wrong, you can't see clearly, you can't relax, you are just in the lower vibration. People are projecting their stuff onto you and you are making it part of you and you are projecting your shit onto them and it just goes round. It'll never work because someone hurts you, you hold on to the pain and you stay in the pain, you don't reflect, work for it to heal. And then when you get your eye for an eye, you take your leap for your revenge, you will feel good about it for a very short amount of time for your revenge before you then feel like shit again and it doesn't actually resolve any of the problems because you haven't actually learnt from the lesson, you haven't healed and worked through it, and therefore your soul hasn't grown. So even if you manage to get your revenge, you then won't feel good for it because you won't feel whole after. The pain that you'd felt before is still there. Just because you got revenge and hurt someone else or that person back in whatever format, your pain is still there. So now what? Now you have pain and now you have guilt on top of that. And what does that make you? Makes you the same as that person. So you don't grow, you haven't grown from that experience. So there's that side of it. There's also the side of, so everybody knows karma's real. If you don't, there's something wrong with you. Karma's very real. It's all based off energy. And it comes back around. Whatever you project out loops round and comes back to you. So if you on purpose hurt someone, do something, you are chucking out negative dark energy that just loops round and comes straight back to you. So what do you do when someone hurts you? You work through your pain, you heal, you reflect, and you grow from it and you get happy. Happiness is a choice. You are the only person that has the key to your happiness. This is coming from someone that has been broken on the floor a number of times in her life. I have had pretty much most experiences in my life. I've been fucked over pretty much in every format in my life. Am I happy? Yes. Why am I happy for the first time in my life? It took me 29 years to get happy. Why? Because I made the choice to work on me to get happy. to be happy, and now I am. And I'm very proud of that. I have moments, 0515 when I glance at the timer, I have moments, I get pulled down into negativity and get caught up into that low vibration. But I pull myself out. I will go and I will meditate, I will sit in front of a tree and I will wait for my clarity. I know who I am. Sorry if the camera's wobbling there. Yes, so you won't feel better for it. You're chucking out bad energy that's going to come back around. So would you want more pain? And you won't actually feel good for it. You won't. It will just hang over you. Yes. So let's just see what card we get. I feel like we should pull a card regarding the eye for an eye. Let's see what they got to say for the eye for an eye video. Wow, one more then, please. Okay. So they gave me deception, victim, and solitude reversed. And then you've got overlying energy, underlying energy is stuck, and communication. So the message I get from this in regarding the eye for an eye, revenge situation that we all find ourselves in at least one point in our life, is there's deception in this. There's deception in the darkness. There's deception in the pain. It is a lesson. It's up to you to work through it and grow from it. It's easy to stay stuck and play victim. Very easy. It's harder to face the reality of, yes, someone did you dirty. What was building up for that? What was I doing? Did I have no self-love and love in order to let all these things build up to that? It's not for everyone. It might not be the case. Someone might just do you dirty for no reason, but you don't stay victim. It says when someone hurts and shits on you, it says so much more about the other person. But when you're in the pain and lower vibration, you just can't see it. You're like, it's all about me. Victim mode. Solitude reversed. When you're in victim mode and low vibration and revenge mode, you can't be in solitude with yourself. I don't think you're being in solitude with yourself. You're being in the pain. You're not sitting with yourself, facing yourself, reflecting, choosing to work through it and turning your back on it. No, you're just in that. And the stuck and communication, and I feel that's you not being communicative with yourself. When you're in lower vibration, you stop that. You stop kind of actually getting clarity and really looking at things. You just kind of fucking flow through without thinking about shit, without actually putting the time and effort to understanding. And you do. When you're in pain, you're choosing to be stuck in that. What's after the stuck? Recognition and cycles. It's about recognising that you're going through cycles. You're here to grow and move through all those different cycles and learn lessons. So accept the pain, accept the lesson and work through it and grow from it. An eye for an eye is never going to work. Ever. It just won't. You win when you get happy. You do. All the people in my life that shat on me, from, like, I'm talking different ages, all the people that hurt me, did nasty things, just... I'm now happy. And I feel like that's my revenge. Because it doesn't affect me, but it affects them. Prime example, right? I suffered a couple of years of domestic violence with the father of my child. We had a child very young and he got taken into hard drugs. He got into hard drugs. It was really bad, really awful. It was very young to be going through that because he was into some serious drugs. And it was a very confusing time in my life. He's never, ever, ever had a relationship with our child, ever. He was around-ish up until 2 and then he had to go due to the violence and the drugs, etc. it was back and forth. I suffered loads of mental abuse, mainly from him during that time. Also, after, I'd have abuse from girls. Like, he cheated on me all the time. Girls would appear and tell me that they'd slept with him and had flings with him and this and that. Girls, even after, when he had no contact and he wasn't allowed to have contact, I would have girlfriends phoning me, telling me that I should let him see his son, and right. So this was years, and then there was more time that went by, and then we went through a whole 4-year court system where he was shit again. Oh, and it was just, this is not about bad mouthing him, I'm just giving you an example of that. This is my son's whole life. It had been like that. All because he was in victim mode, and he was angry and projecting blame to me. Even when we went to court, I had high hopes. I was happy. I thought, yeah, he sorted it out, like this could be good, and it didn't. It went downhill quickly. He dragged it out. He wasn't doing things. He was more interested in his girlfriend at the time than actually focusing and giving to his son. Like, so that was that, and it was draining and whatever, and I got more abuse. You know, I just care about this, and all I want is his money, but he never ever gave me a penny, so I don't know how that worked. So yes, so it's an example. And then he's obviously grown over the last like year or something, because during the beginning of like this COVID-19 fucking dilemma, text message, we'd had a couple of messages and like phone calls briefly, but it just got deleted out. What do you want me to do? He hadn't showed any sign of changing, and he seemed like he'd grown. Normal conversation, actually taking responsibility for his like shit. And it was just fucking like, finally, it took him a long time to come out of the victim and the lies and whatever illusion he'd created, whatever he was telling himself and telling other people. And then out of nowhere, it's like, okay, so we now have a really good, well, it's forming relationship, building, and hopefully we're heading towards maybe the end of the year, him opening up lines of communication with his son. He's got to prove some stuff to me and do some stuff, you know, but like, it looks like it's in the right format. But dare I say, he probably struggles to look at me now, because he fucking ruined me. Like, I was a wreck on the floor. I like wanted to die because I was in love with him, and he just like hated me and abused me and whatever. He's probably mortified now, and that, even though I don't care, like, I've moved forward, and I want him to be happy, like, and I want him and my child to have a relationship, right? But the reality being, my revenge is already, I wanted revenge so many times back then, but the revenge is already here, and I didn't have to do anything other than grow and move forward with my life and get happy. He probably struggles and thinks, fuck, like, he could have had everything. He could have had a family, but whatever. Now we're just friends, but that's great. That's moving forward. Do you know what I mean? But this is just one example. If I can work through that, you can work through anything. You can heal. Don't ever think, like, honestly, if you take me all the way back to when my child was like 2, 3, like, never in my wildest dreams because I believe I'd be in this position and how I feel towards him just as a friend, like, and wanting us to co-parent and wanting us to move forward, and wanting him to, you know, like, be happy and like whatever. Never in my wildest dreams would I believe of it, but I am, and that is the revenge, if you like. That is probably a pain that he might feel he might have to carry for the rest of his life, because if he can build that, he's always going to look at me and see that. But that's not my problem. So, come out of the victim mode. It's a lesson. Recognise it's a cycle, and create your fresh new beginning to reinvent yourself. Yeah? An eye for an eye will never, ever, ever work. The revenge is happiness, and you being happy, and them not being able to project the lie and the illusion onto you anymore, because they can tell people this and they can tell people that about you, but when people look at you and look at them and they see you're happy and growing, it's like people will be, okay, whatever, you know? So yeah, I'm going to try and go live maybe later on the page. I'm going to do a twin flame collective energy update, I think, guys, as well. But I send you all so much love and light. And yeah, an eye for an eye is unnecessary. The revenge is happiness. Love and light.